I hate keto, but I also love it. I'm going to show you 5 things that are cons and 5 things that are pros to the keto diet. So if you're on it, if you're curious, you're going to want to stick around and watch the rest of this video. What's up everyone, Eric Bowling here. In this video, we're going to go over my list of 5 things I hate and 5 things that I love about the keto diet. We know that keto is the biggest thing right now. Funny thing is keto has been around for a very long time. So let's start off with the negatives of the keto diet. The first problem that I see with the keto diet, people think they have a hall pass to eat really shit and low quality food. They think that they can just snack on bacon. They think that they can just eat an endless amount of eggs. They think that they can snack on pork rinds as a snack option. Why? Because they're focused on just the fats. They're focused on the macros. You fall into the same category of people who think that they can just eat Pop-Tarts all day long to hit their carbohydrate macros and then chug a few protein shakes to hit their protein source. So with keto, you can fall into all the same traps and all the same pitfalls that run along with every diet. The second problem I see with keto is that people forget to eat their vegetables. You have to remember that with keto, since you're not eating carbohydrates, that means that you're skipping out on getting your fiber. Fiber is an essential macronutrient, and a lot of people are avoiding vegetables simply because they hate vegetables, and they think that keto, like I said in point number 1, gives them a hall pass to eat endless amounts of bacon and sausage, which is not the case. You need to get your vegetables in, which leads me to point number 3. You can run into just as many health problems following a keto diet as you can with a vegetarian diet. You see, with a vegetarian diet, when you're avoiding animal meats and protein, it's very common to see people running into deficiencies in magnesium, vitamin B12, etc., because they're not getting the complete amino acids that they actually need. Same thing is true with keto. A lot of people are avoiding the vegetables, and so they're not getting all the minerals and phytonutrients and antioxidants that they actually need. They're solely focused on just eating fat. And guess what? That's not going to work. Here's the 4th thing that I hate about keto. And it's also going to be on my list of what I love about keto. But the thing that I do hate about keto is that it doesn't make you hungry. You see, what I mean by that is that keto, you're really satiated throughout the entire day. You can wake up and drink a bulletproof coffee and not feel hungry for the rest of the day. The problem is if you look at the calories and the macronutrients that you're consuming, you're way low on your protein source and you're not getting in enough fiber. You're probably not even hitting your fat source. So at the end of the day, your calories are so low, of course you're going to lose weight. While keto does solve the problem of hunger when it comes to dieting, you need to be very careful with how little you're eating. Some people believe that they can implement intermittent fasting with keto and get away with just having a bulletproof coffee in the morning and then maybe having bacon, eggs, etc. for lunch or sometimes 6 hours later. When you look at how many calories they actually consume, they're probably under 1,000 calories. And when it comes to this, if you're an athlete or if you're trying to train, you're not going to be building muscle on this type of diet. This is the 4th thing that I hate about keto, because when it comes to intuitive eating, if you don't feel hungry, you're probably not going to be eating. Number 5, people are consuming highly inflammatory foods. People think that when you're on keto, once again, we're going to go back to this hall pass idea, they believe that they can just eat whatever they want. And they will consume things like commercial dairy products, they'll consume things like non-grass-fed meats or bacon that has nitrates in it. So these are the 5 things that I really hate about keto, because I see people making these mistakes all the time. Okay, and now here are the 5 things that I love about keto. Number 1, there's so much research on the benefits of what a keto diet can do for you. In terms of things like preventing cancer, in terms of reversing insulin resistance. It has been shown to be more effective than things like metformin in terms of lowering people's HbA1c, reversing insulin resistance in obese and insulin resistant type people, and completely having a drastic effect on eliminating type 2 diabetes. So the one thing that I love about keto is the profound health effects that it can have on obese individuals. The second thing that I love about keto, which is kind of the opposite of what I hate about keto, is that yes, it does solve the hunger issue for diets. So while that will be on my con list because I believe people don't eat enough, it will also be on my pro list because, as you know, one of the biggest difficulties with going on a diet is constantly feeling hungry and feeling like you have to do continual snacks all the time. So keto will solve that problem because fats have a longer lifespan than things like eating carbohydrates. The third thing I love about keto is that the energy you get is phenomenal. If you've never done keto, I highly suggest you try it. But here's the problem: you have to let enough time take place to become fat adapted. A lot of people only give keto a try for 5 days. They develop the keto flu, they feel like shit, and then they get off of it because then they go out on the weekends and they snack on carbohydrates, or they'll order a pasta, etc. So while keto can be very difficult to do in today's world, once you become keto adapted, or fat adapted as it's better known, the energy you will have from it is phenomenal. I'm talking brain fog is eliminated, your energy levels will skyrocket, and that's because ketones are actually the preferred fuel source for the brain. For the longest time, we believed it was glucose and that ketones were something that only would be produced when you're fasted. But moving on to point number 4 on why I love the keto diet. The keto diet mimics the effects of fasting. So once a person is in a fasted state, they will start to release ketones. Effects of ketones on reversing insulin-related issues, on making people more youthful and younger, making people live longer, reversing disease. And the other thing that it does, which is really phenomenal, is it helps to restore the brain long term. Scientists want to classify a type of Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes. Now, it's not official that they want to do that yet, but a lot of people have been saying that you can have insulin resistance in the brain, which can form a type of Alzheimer's. So a keto diet can reverse all of these things, which is really lovely about it, without having to go into fasting, because a lot of people don't want to fast. So the cool thing, and point number 4 about the keto diet, is that keto mimics the effects of fasting. So all the health benefits that you see with fasting, you can reap those benefits from going into ketosis by following a keto style diet. Here's point number 5 on why I love the keto diet. You do not have to eat as many times as you do if you're running on glucose. So finally, point number 5 on why I love the keto diet is that you do not have to eat as many times as you do if you were running off carbohydrates. I know so many people who say that they can't get in 6 to 7 meals a day, or whatever it may be if you eat 2 to 3 hours. But they say, hey, if I could have 3 meals a day, that would be amazing. So when you're on a keto diet, you can actually get away with eating 2 to 3 times a day because you're not going to be feeling as hungry. The problem is you have to just be making sure that you're still eating and you're still getting in the right amount of calories, you're getting in the right amount of protein, and obviously you're getting in the right amount of fats and fiber. So those are the 5 things I hate about keto, and those are the 5 things that I love about keto. It's a great diet, but look, once again, it's just a diet. It's been around for a very, very long time. There's nothing new about it. Can it work for you? Maybe. I say give it a try. And that's it for this video, and until then, I will see you guys next time.